What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the coach team call. So the coach to Emerald team call, sorry. And so Alicia, who you can't see, she is down in this box somewhere around.
I know. I don't know what's going on.
There's something going on with her video, guys, but nonetheless, she is here. I am here, and Jen is here, and we are here to talk today about how to create Emerald. So Alicia and Dion and I were talking last night and kind of figuring out what should we talk about on this team call. And I think we came to the conclusion that really we're just going to explain how we became Emerald because we probably did it a little bit differently, similarly, but a little bit differently, and then give you guys some insight on some very simple keys and steps on how to create Emerald. Because 9 times out of 10, what happens, and you'll find this with the entire business, is we just overthink it and we put way too much stress on it and we make it way harder than it needs to be. And if we just like step back and go, oh, okay, we just do it like this, it makes it a lot easier. And then we realize, oh, I can totally do that. That makes perfect sense. So I think sometimes it just needs people to explain, how did you do it? Like explain it to me in a simple manner so that we can understand. Alicia, do you want to start and I don't want to like spearhead this call. Do you want to start and explain how you became Emerald?
Yeah, absolutely. So when I got signed up as a coach, I'd already had some product experience. I'd gone through the Ultimate Reset and 21 Day Fix and had been drinking Shakeology for about a month. So I was already super excited, super passionate about the products. And then I had my very first call with my coach, and she said, all right, your first goal is to get to Emerald, which is just 2 coaches underneath you, 1 on each side. And they don't have to be working the business coaches. I think that's something we can sometimes get hung up on in the beginning, thinking that we need to have people who are on for building the business, when really they count the same towards rank. So she said, all right, you just need to find 2 coaches. And I'm like, done. I can do that. I'm a goal-oriented girl. So I was like, Emerald it is. And I literally hit Emerald, I think, in my first 3 days, by signing up my husband and my mom and my mother-in-law. Those were my 3 coaches. And I signed up my husband because I planned on this being a full-time business. And so it's a very strategic business move to sign up your spouse or your parent or your significant other as really a placeholder. So I signed him up with a 3-day refresh and a Shakeology sampler box so I could try more flavors and sell them to people and do the 3-day refresh. So it totally makes sense because you earn money on that and you get product to try and to sell. So I signed them up with that. And then I signed both my mom and my mother-in-law up with, I think it was 21 Day Fix challenge packs, because they both wanted to do Shakeology. And so that was how I hit Emerald, like really simple. And I just started sharing about what I was doing on social media, reaching out and talking to a lot of other twin moms that I knew who wanted to lose weight. And those were my first couple coaches. And I just kept on building from there.
Yeah. See, guys, so you're going to see a lot of commonalities between Alicia's story and our story, Dion and my story. And once you start talking to more coaches, in every single one of their stories, we all basically do the same thing.
Right.
Right. And it's simple. And if you're looking at this, and I assume that we all are, we're not in here for not, but if you're looking at this as a business, then we need to be looking at this long-term, not short-term. So when Alicia said that she signed up her husband because she knew it was a long-term thing and that was a very strategic move, that is what, even though we're not diving deep into why that's such a strategic move and why it's so vital. I don't even say important. I used to say important. It's not important. It's vital to the business that if you have that opportunity, you take that opportunity, right? It isn't the only way you can be successful, but if you have the opportunity to have an account under you that you can control aside from yours, that's such a massive opportunity that it's insane to miss that. And the only time you'll ever get frustrated that you missed that is when you didn't do it and you look down a year from now and you go, oh my gosh, I wish I would have done that, right? That's the only time that'll ever be an issue.
Absolutely. I haven't worked his account in, I think 2 years, meaning I haven't put anybody under him, but because of where he's placed, I make probably a couple $100 extra a week just because I signed him up. Exactly. Without doing anything extra, anything other than what I'm doing right now on my own account. Exactly. Just because I signed him up at the beginning.
Exactly. So if you don't know yet why it's important to become Emerald, I'll break it down real simple in part of it. Um, sorry, Diana just got back from spray tan, and she's looking very tan. Okay. So the reason we want to become Emerald, there's a few reasons. First of all, if you're an active Emerald coach, you start to earn what they call team cycle bonuses. And basically, short of the long is, this is where we earn residual income. When you start helping people and then you inspire them to help other people, right, you're going to earn volume from them, which Beachbody basically says, hey, thank you for helping this person expand your reach and helping more people. Here's a bonus, right? And they do this every week. And this is probably where 80%, 70 to 80% of Deanna and my income, probably Alicia's very similar, where our income monthly comes from. It's not from the commission so much, which is another thing that I love about what we get to do, because if you truly focus on that, you're not focused on selling something. You're focused on getting people results and then helping them inspire other people to get those same results. So you're really focused on expanding your reach, if you will, instead of just, how do I get you signed up with a challenge pack? Kid sale is done, right? So there's that. There's also when you achieve Success Club, which means that every person that you help with a challenge pack, plug them into a group, you're going to receive 2 Success Club points for them. Now it's every person that you help with a challenge pack, or every person that you help with Shakeology on Home Direct, you earn 2 Success Club points. So if you help 3 people, that's 6 Success Club points in a month, right? In a calendar month. If you do that, you've reached a Success Club 5. If you help 5 people, you earn 10 points. That means you've reached Success Club 10, right? And then there's nothing above that. You can earn 400 points. You'll still be in Success Club 10. There's nothing above that. But when you do that, Beachbody says, hey, thank you. Great job. You're helping people. Let's go ahead, and all the people that signed up with Beachbody that don't have a coach, they need a coach. They've already looking for help. They maybe purchased Shakeology or product. If you hit Success Club 10 every month, you get people that have purchased Shakeology, which become your customers. Beachbody just distributes them evenly amongst everybody that's active, that's an Emerald coach or above, that's hit Success Club 10. And they basically take them and they say, hey, by the way, here's the commission on that. That's yours, even though you have nothing to do with that sale. That's yours too. So we'll just put that in your pocket. And they say, now you can reach out and help this person, and you might inspire them to jump into one of your groups and, who knows, become a coach someday. They actually do free coach leads too for Success Club 10 above Diamond. Once you achieve Diamond. So there's that to look forward to. You hit Success Club 5, then they'll send people that have purchased a program or purchased Beachbody On Demand or whatever. And again, it's a free customer for you, free lead for you to reach out and help. So that's a big deal. Those are just 2 of the most kind of beneficial financial things that happen when you reach Emerald. That's why we say it's so important. But then the larger point of it as well is you have now created Emerald in your account. You recognize that it isn't as hard as you may have thought that it was. What's going to help you to achieve Diamond and beyond that is reproducing that Emerald, so doing that again and again and again, and then helping other people do what you're just about to do, right? Or what you've just done is becoming Emerald. So the bigger thing is the understanding of, oh, that barrier really isn't in my way. It's not nearly as dramatic as I had anticipated or thought or made it in my mind to begin with. We can totally do this, and I'll just recreate this again and again and again. Okay, and then once I've done it a couple times or even once, I can tell somebody else how to do that. I just did it. I don't need help telling somebody else. I've achieved that, right? So that to me is the bigger thing. It's really the next move forward in your business, right? And in creating that the business that you want and helping other people create the business that they want. Deanna and I, when we signed her up. I literally signed up right after her, right? I was her number 1 coach. Called my mom, signed my mom up. Boom, she was the coach. That was it. I just called my mom and said, hey, this is what we're doing, and I would love to have you check these products out. You're into fitness or whatever, give me your honest opinion. What do you think? And she's like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. Tried a challenge pack, signed her up, made sure that she got the same discount that we get, so she's not paying full price as a customer, right? So I signed her up as a coach. Now we're Emerald. She benefits from it. I benefit from it because I've got a spot under Deanna, right? So now I am one of Deanna's coach. Deanna benefits because she pops Emerald. We've got my account we can control. Down the road, if we really wanted to build something in my mom's account, we could do that as well, and she could have a little bit of side income. So there's such a massive opportunity there, but that's all we did. It was very, very straightforward. If there's somebody in the group that maybe you're not married, maybe you don't have family around, maybe you don't have the opportunity to sign up those 2 people, right? And you're going, okay, well, what do I do? That's great, and that sounds really easy. What do I do? It's really, really, really simple. You start reaching out to your friends that there's a reason that you're a coach, and the probability is high that it's because you either got incredible results with these programs and you have a deep feeling for these programs, or you are passionate about helping people and what Beachbody has to offer in terms of helping people. It's one of those two things, or you shouldn't be coaching and you wouldn't be coaching, and you definitely would not be on Alicia's team or our team or this collective team. That's just not our culture, right? So if that's true, then why would you not want to share that with people? You want to share that with all of your friends, right? So you reach out to them and say, hey, I've got this group coming up. I'm doing this workout. I'm super excited about it, right? I would love to have some people help me stay accountable. What do you think about that? Jump in here with me, just like you're inviting them to a restaurant. It's really, really, really nonchalant. Just, this is what I'm doing. I'd love to have you. You cool or what? And if they say, yeah, sure, awesome. You let them know what the workout's going to look like. You send them a third-party tool, i.e. video, with the workouts so they can check it out, make sure that they're interested, that they really want to do this because it's going to take commitment, right? And then, boom, you sign them up with the same discount that you get so that they don't have to pay full price. And that's how, Alicia, I'd love to hear how you phrase that to people, but that's how I phrase it to people is, hey, just a heads up, I've got two ways of setting you up or getting you connected with this. I can either, you can pay full price, or I can set you up so that you get the same discount I get. You let me know what you want to do, and I'll be happy to send you a link. And I just keep it really simple. Alicia, what do you do?
Yeah, that's exactly what I do too. I guess as soon as, we've gone through all the goals, I've explained the challenge pack, they're ready to go. I just say pretty much that, like, hey, I just like to let everybody know there's 2 different ways to sign up, et cetera, like just what you said. So I really make it about them and not like trying to push one or the other. It's more just like, hey, I just want you to know these are the 2 options you can pick, and we'll go from there. So really simple. You don't have to worry about sounding like, salesy or pushy or anything like that. It's just more like you're doing a courtesy to them, because I'd want to know, if I could save money on these products, like, yeah, sign me up. So yeah, I keep it super simple too.
And I think that's the thing. I think we get in our heads about the idea that there's something wrong with signing somebody up for the same discount that we get, or something weird about it. It really is a benefit to everybody. There's nothing like hidden about it. If they want to cancel, they cancel the same way as they would have a customer, right? The only difference about the whole scenario is next month when they're on auto ship and Shakeology gets shipped, they're going to save about $16 a month, $32 a month, but then it's going to cost them $15 or $16 to be a coach, right? So they're going to net about $16 a month in savings on Shakeology alone, let alone now, guys, with 80-day obsession and people going really hard on the performance line and Shakeology, now they're going to be saving even more money. So now it's even a bigger reason that I would say, hey, FYI, if you're gonna do 80 days of this, there's gonna be 3 months that you're working with these products. It's gonna be what's gonna happen. Set them up for the discount now so they don't spend more money through those 3 months. It's only fair to them, or at least to give them an option. And then if they want to pay full price because they're concerned about it, cool, let them pay full price. You'll just earn more commission on it. But make sure that they understand that there is an opportunity there for them to save that. Is there anything I'm missing, Alicia?
No, not at all. Just one thing I would add is I honestly think that Emerald is the most important rank that we have as coaches in this business, because every other rank is based on Emerald. So you may be looking at, Justin, Dion, and I, or some other really successful coaches in this business and being like, oh my gosh, they're like, 15-star diamond. How in the world could I ever do that? But it's all based on Emerald. It's all based on you getting to Emerald and helping your coaches get to Emerald. And that's how you create a team. That's how you create a massive business, is really based on Emerald, which is so simple. It's just 2 coaches under you and then helping your coaches get 2 coaches under them. So like Justin said, don't overcomplicate it. Don't get in your head. Just share what you're doing, share what you're passionate about, offer them the opportunity to sign up for a discount. And you can absolutely get to Emerald in a matter of days. And really don't discount the people who are closest to you, especially as a brand new coach. I think we can automatically discount people who are our super close friends or our family, thinking that they wouldn't be interested in it. But we're really doing them a disservice by not offering this. Like, we've had such an amazing transformation from these products. Why wouldn't we want to help the people that we love the best have the same experience? So I always encourage my new coaches, reach out to your friends, reach out to your family. And even if they don't want to do a fitness program, Shakeology is going to help them with so many things. You know, it helped my mother-in-law, who's like this East Coast Dallas, you know, lady. She's definitely not going to be doing workouts, but she gave up drinking Coke. You know, she used to drink Coke all day long, like Coke for breakfast and lunch and afternoon. And just by starting Shakeology, she was able to eliminate that. And it's helped her so much. So don't discount the people who are closest to you who would want to help you and also want to have better health.
So true. So true. Jen, do you have any questions? I'm not trying to put you on the spot here, but.
Oh, sorry. My dog was barking, so I put myself on mute. No, I appreciate you kind of touching on the piece about people. Like, I'm not married and I don't have a lot of family around. I've reached out to kind of my best friends, and they're actually more interested in the upcoming To Be Mindset than they are, you know, the workouts at this point. But they're a couple, and so eventually I think they turn around to coach. That'll be good. So it's been a little bit of a struggle kind of reaching out to people and trying to find, you know, I have lots of friends, and I've only been really sharing my journey. I've been using Beachbody for like 20 years, but I've only been sharing my journey online for a short time. So they haven't really seen the shifts and the changes yet. So I'm trying to be patient and know that I know people are watching because people have messaged me and, you know, I've talked to a few people, but it's a little, you know, when you don't have that, it's a little frustrating, but I'm just sticking with it. It'll be good. I feel like, you know, getting over that fear of reaching out and not feeling salesy. I come from a sales background. Yeah. So, I mean, one of the things I'm learning is to kind of overcome that piece too. So yeah, I mean, I'm just sticking with it and kind of getting over that fear of just reaching out and trying to build relationships. Like, I'm really good at watching my friends on Facebook, but I'm not great about reaching out to everybody because with my visual disability, it's a lot to read and to do all of that. So I feel like I'm kind of building that foundation and then I'm going to move forward. But it's good to know like that it'll come, you know, like I know it's going to come.
No, I totally agree, and I appreciate that. And I don't know that you're doing this, so I'm not saying this about you, but just anybody that's watching this. So there is something that I just took from what you said that I think a lot of new coaches struggle with. And Alicia, I think you'll agree with this too, but correct me if you think I'm wrong. I think a lot of new coaches are fearful of reaching out to people, and I feel like they are fearful of their own results in the process not being good enough to inspire, quote unquote, inspire others. And I think the biggest key there that gets missed in that scenario is that 9 out of 10 times as coaches, now as personal trainers or as group X instructors or as professionals in certain areas, this is a very different scenario. But for coaches and what we do, our job is not to train or teach or do anything. It's 100% to ask others to join us for each other's accountability. So realistically, it would be the same thing, and I always use this as an analogy, be the same thing as inviting your friends to go to a restaurant with you. If we think about it from that perspective, we take our coach hat off and we go, okay, all I'm doing here is I'm inviting you to join me at a restaurant. I don't know the chef. I don't cook the food. I don't know the restaurant. I'm not the professional. I'm just excited to go because I've been there before and it tastes good and the food's good and I think you're going to like it. Do you want to go with me and we can go eat together? Like, that's all we're doing. But I think we're thinking, oh, if they don't see enough results, they're not going to be excited about doing it. No, they're going to be excited about doing it. They've never been to the restaurant. They don't know anything about the restaurant. What's going to excite them is not you breaking down every single thing on the menu and how it's prepared. What's going to excite them is you sharing your excitement for what's going on, sharing your excitement for the programs, for the groups, for the inspiration, for the camaraderie, for the motivation, for the time, whatever it is that really excites you and amps you up about doing it. You share that excitement with them, and that's what gets people excited about joining us. When I say join us, it's a very specific phrase. It's not being trained by us or being taught by us or being coached by us. It's literally join me. I'm excited to do this for X, Y, and Z. And I would love to have you there to personally keep me accountable so that I still show up even when I'm not excited anymore. And I can do the same thing for you. And this is why it's going to be awesome. And they go, cool. Right. And I think that's something that a lot of people struggle with. It's something that I struggled with in the beginning. It's something that you're going to hear a lot of new coaches struggle with. It's they want to base it on their results and their ability to inspire through that. But inspiration comes from the journey, not from the end game. Inspiration comes from pushing through the tough times and asking for help. That can be inspiring, right? Inspiration comes from sharing excitement and just sharing inspiration. I'm inspired to go to that restaurant because I know the steak is bomb. I mean, that inspires me. And if I share that with you in excitement, that's going to inspire you too. It's not me showing you the eaten steak that I've already eaten, you know what I mean? Or like me eating it with the photo, like that doesn't really inspire. That might excite, but it doesn't inspire to change. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I love what you said about inviting them. Like, it almost puts a shift on the invitation piece of it, because I'll say, hey, where you at? What do you want to do? That kind of thing. But I love like inviting them to come and support me and what I'm doing, and kind of putting that twist on it, as opposed to, hey, I'm doing this really cool thing and I'd like you to come do it. But more importantly, I need some help. And can you, I think sometimes when you ask people to champion up and help you, that helps. Do you guys, right now I'm just reaching out via, time to eat. Right now I'm just reaching out to people via like private message, but I've kind of been toying with the idea of just saying, just generally on my Facebook, hey, I'm doing this. If, I'd love some help. Does anybody, just putting it out there, is that okay to do as opposed to doing everything private message, or does that get too, because I don't want it to feel salesy, but at least that way I'd know who's interested, as opposed to kind of, because the other thing is I have a lot of overweight friends who aren't into working out, and I don't want to offend anybody either. You know what I mean? I don't want to be like, hey, I'm doing this workout program, come do it with me. And they're like, what are you trying to say?
Yeah, it's, and I'll stop you there. It's not your place to worry about somebody else being offended by you not being offensive. Okay? You're not being offensive by saying, this is what I'm going to do. It's not your fault if somebody chooses to read that the way that they want to read it and they want to be offended. If you're going in and saying, putting a post out that says, look, you know what? You guys need to do this because you're not, that's offensive, but that's not how you're going to approach it, right? So absolutely, that's how Deanna and I started. I'm sure Alicia did the same thing. Absolutely, I would say for sure, put a post out there. Just don't brand Beachbody. Don't brand the program. Don't do any of that, right? But sharing, hey, I'm really excited about this, the same way we just talked about that you would share in a private conversation or on the phone or however you want to do it. Sharing that with a photo in a Facebook post or an Instagram post or in your stories on Instagram, whatever it is for you. Absolutely. And then reach out to every single person that likes, comments, or messages you in your stories or whatever it is, without question, reaching out to all those people or people that look at the stories, that are following the stories on Instagram. If you're doing that, reaching out to all of them and just being like, hey, I have no idea if you'd be interested or not, but I would love to have you join me so that we can help each other stay accountable. That'd be massive. You want me to shoot you some info so you can kind of get an idea of what we're doing? Like just keeping it really basic, but
awesome. That's
100%
awesome.
on that.
Thank you.
Makes sense? Awesome. Alrighty, guys. I'm going to stop recording on this call, and then we're going to jump on the Coach to Diamond call, or Emerald to Diamond call. So I appreciate you guys showing up. Jennifer, we will talk in a private message as well, and then we'll jump back on the call. Okay?
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. And then all you guys out there, I'm going to end this and then or stop recording and end it.